Okay, Leelamoy Prabhu's got the hands on the controls here, and here we are early in the morning in Vilagovinda Ashram. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasa Adi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapada Kamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitanscha Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratvijay Namaha. Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasa Adi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Well, we have to give a special welcome to Abhinavasundar Prabhu. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh, Maharaj, I'll leave then, Maharaj.
Are you going to leave? Why? We've been missing you.
Grow more fond of me. I need as much fondness as I can get, Maharaj.
As much what?
Far I can get.
What?
Far.
Okay, I'll translate that from Australian.
I need as much fondness as I can get.
You see, my translator from Australian to English wasn't on the ball there. All right. Prabhu, very happy to see you, but of course, very happy to see each of you. And happy natural life. I'm not sure who that is there.
Chintamani.
Is it Chintamani?
Yeah, it seems like.
Okay, maybe so.
But not trustable.
Huh? It is Chintamani. Okay, very good. All right, dear devotees, in Kamala, I believe Kamala now in New York or New Jersey also with us, and each of you, Ethan, Dana K, Riyanana, Rupa Nuga, Gangalila Devidasi, and Sara Shiromani, and Harini Devidasi. So yes, Harini's got a video on, very good. And with a fan, but not yet hot enough for a fan. And our Brazilian devotees who we were with just a short while ago, still the same day there, we've had a night in between, such is the world. And Pavan Krishna there in Thailand, Sevarupa, South Africa, Muktinath Prabhu in Thailand also, and Bimal Krishna Prabhu in the USA, West Coast. Yes, Ethan, good to see you. You look like you're in India. Are you in India? The color of the wall looks like an Indian color. Oh. Looking for the mute button, I think. Okay, don't worry, we'll hear presently.
Costa Rica.
All right. Costa Rica. Oh, I see. Sent a message. Oh, Costa Rica. Well, Costa Rica looking a little like India. All right. Very good. So let us come to our back to basics. And this last week, well, today is Sunday. Right. So we've been back a week now. Today's the day we came back from our little pilgrimage. Didn't feel so little to some of the devotees who walked it, but our pilgrimage to Montebaro We walked to Montebaro and back by very different ways. And actually, Muktinath Prabhu, when we were up in Montebaro, we showed a video, but it wasn't the year that I went to Muktinath. It was the second year where you and Keshavanand, who you were leading the way, and a video made by one of the Russians, perhaps? Or did you make it?
I'm not sure what kind of video. Some video I made, yeah, about that pilgrimage.
Maybe it was yourself who made it. But when we were up the mountain there in Montebaro, then we wanted to try to share with the devotees, like the spirit of pilgrimage, going place by place. And anyhow, the video that we had was the video from when you went up to Muktinath, the place of pilgrimage, where is manifested the Lord himself as Narayan, and as the Lord himself as the Narayan Śrīla, the Narayan stone, like a Govardhan Śrīla, known as the Shalagram Śrīla. And so there are different flavors of parikrama. And so we just try to share some of that flavor of parikrama going to Muktinath. And also we had with us the Govardhan Parikrama film, which was made by one of the Russians or Russian-speaking persons, but for the parikrama of Govardhan. And so we were able to share some of the different moods of parikrama. And so recently we were remembering you, Muktinath Prabhu, and we're always remembering all the devotees and taking you with us when we do some mini adventure also. Now I'm wondering, Abhinavasundara Prabhu, there in Australia, he's coming to Thailand after a few weeks. Soon it's going to be Kartik. It's amazing how time runs along. He's going to be in Thailand after a few weeks. And just wondering what's the news from Australia, the dam, because the dam got damaged in a hurricane, I heard, and any preparation for the Thailand visit, do you know of, the Thailand pilgrimage?
Well, definitely the Thailand. We booked our tickets the other day. So we'll be there. That's for sure. So looking forward to seeing you all there, or many of you there, hopefully most of you there. And yeah, there was a bit of it wasn't much, the cyclone was more, it sounded more ferocious than it actually was. So, but actually a few weeks before that, a massive tree fell on the big green shed and smashed the side of the shed and put a hole in the roof of that. So that's quite damaged, and there's a lot of water going into that area when it rains, which it's been raining a lot from the cyclone until just the last few days, as it's wont to do around here, it seems. So that's the news. We're all a bit sodden and wet down here, but happily going on. And this morning we were singing a kirtan by Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur, Sri Godrumachandra bhajanopadeśa, which I don't know, there's many times that I've sung it, but it sort of struck me this morning when I was reading the translation, how beautifully Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur is emphasizing that this is Krishna coming as Mahaprabhu. I don't know, it hadn't really sort of occurred to me that he really emphasizes this so much in his kirtans. His kirtans are always, lots of different prayers and so forth. But this, anyway, I found it. It just struck me, and how lucky and how fortunate we are that Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur did, revealed everything that he revealed.
What is the first line of that kirtan?
It is Yadi te Haripada Saroja Shudha. And the refrain is Bhaja, 'Godruma-dvīpa, 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 'Godruma-
So you have it in front of you, I think.
I do.
Would
It's
you like to share the meaning of that verse? Or maybe just, well, sing if you, no, Zoom won't allow singing. It's a singing badly. But just chant the first line, the first verse, and then if you can give us the translation, kindly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very long, there's 20 verses.
Oh, okay.
And it's, well, we were singing it in the Pranamami Sada Prabhupada meter, if you like. Yadite Haripada Saroja Shudha Rasapana Param Hidayam Satatam Parihritya Griham Kalibhava Mayam Godrumachandra Kunja Vidhum. If your heart wishes to be always absorbed in drinking the ambrosial mellows of the lotus feet of Lord Hari, then give up mundane household life full of Kali Yuga quarrels and strife, and just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. That's the first verse.
Okay, but then you can simply give us the translation for the other verses.
Okay, sure. You want me to just read it?
It is special. It's instructions for worshipping Lord Chaitanya, the moon of the island of Godruma-dvīpa, which is one of the 9 islands of Navadvip, by Śrīla Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur. Yes, so that's verse 1. Verse 2.
Yeah, material riches, youth, a long life, and royal happiness. None of these are certain. At every moment they're being destroyed. Give up all useless, mundane conversations and just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers.
There.
Oh, friend, the pleasure to be had in the company of beautiful young women ultimately turns to fearfulness and distracts one from the true goal of human life. With your mind intoxicated by the nectarian mellows of the holy name of Lord Hari, just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. The taste of mundane poetry never provides the sweet taste of actual poetry. The sweet mellows of true poetry are verily found in descriptions of Lord Gora, the saviour of all souls in the Kali Yuga. The diligent study of all other topics is useless. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. His left side enhanced by the daughter of Vrishabhanu, Nandasuta, the transcendental paramour, stands on the bank of the Jamuna River, absorbed in the pleasure-giving pastime of playing soft, melodious songs on his flute. Just worship him, the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. In the midst of Hari Kirtan, surrounded by his loving associates, he is the same dark Lord Hari, but now shining with the luster of molten gold. He is the exclusive ocean of mercy for his own Gaudiya devotees. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. His island home is surrounded by the river Ganga, daughter of the king of mountains. He is the lord of the 9-fold islands of Navadvip and the stealer of the hearts of the renunciates. Along with his beloved wife Vishnupriya, he is glorified by demigods and saintly persons. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. His mood is that of wielding a stick for chasing away the mad dog of Kali Yuga. He is absorbed in distributing the holy name of Hari, the great remedy for material existence. His heart is melted with compassion for the fallen souls who are suffering, and his transcendental form is very beautiful. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Continually beaming from his lotus face is causeless mercy that makes no distinction between so-called friends or enemies. Although the son of Maharaj Nanda, he appears here in a form unlike that of Krishna's dark complexion. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. In this world and in the Upanishads, he is celebrated as the all-pervading Supreme Lord. He appears now as the son of the king of Brahmanas and is Lord Hari himself, with a shining golden complexion. In his own abode, he plays eternally with his cowherd boyfriends. Just worship that beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. He is the most excellent of avatars, and within him exist the consummate expansions of Godhead. He is the supreme truth, enjoying himself here in great playfulness. He embodies the most confidential mellows flowing within the ocean of rasa in Brajadam. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. O friend, without devotional performance of purely intense bhajan, your vast scholarship, noble family lineage, wealth, and so on are completely ineffective for invoking the mercy of the Lord. With a service attitude that is unmotivated, just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. This same Lord once liberated the elephant Gajendra from the crocodile's grasp within the lake. He is the unborn one, possessing inconceivable power, and is truly a desire tree of pure auspiciousness. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Being pleased with the penances of Indra and the Surabhi cow, Lord Hari has appeared again in this world, possessing a super excellent complexion. He is endless happiness, and he plunders the patience of the learned sages. Just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. The multitude of worldly desires, philosophical meditations on the impersonal oneness of all beings, as well as the relative conceptions of what is auspicious or inauspicious, utterly renounce all of these things. In a favorable mood while rendering loving devotional service, just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Remaining fixed in the service of Hari's servants, being addicted to drinking the sweet nectar of the holy name of Hari, and endowed with modesty, humility, and compassion, offering all respects unto others, just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Incessantly call out to the Lord, O Yadava, O Madhava, O Krishna, O Hari. Chant, O Rama, O Janardhan, O Keshava, O beloved Lord of Vrishabhanu's daughter, and just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Please chant, O Lord of the forests and hills along the banks of the river Jamuna. Chant, O brilliant sun of the groves of Gokul. Chant, O elixir of life for the rasa dance, O Gora Hari, and just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Please go to the forest of Lord Gora, divided into 9 islands. Please read and recite with great joy the pastimes of Lord Gora Hari. Please roll about in ecstasy on the banks of the river Ganga, marked with the footprints of Lord Gora, and just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Just remember the artistically playful pastimes of Gora and Gadadhar. Just become a loyal follower of Gora and Gadadhar's camp. Just listen to the captivating stories of Gora and Gadadhar, and just worship the beautiful moon of Godruma's forest bowers. Okay.
Today is a festival.
That's so beautiful, Aaron.
And this is one of the hidden treasures in the Kirtan Guide. The Kirtan Guide has its own life. It reveals kirtans to us and then hides them from us.
Mm.
And it is a while since we've sung that, but we do sing it time to time. But it is a while since we've sung that also.
Yeah.
The heart of Bhakti, Śrīla Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur, expressing his heart through kirtan. But after that, what are we going to say? Now, okay, after that, what are you going to say, Abhinavasundarapu?
Well, funnily enough, we were reading some Chaitanya Charitamrita after that, and it was it's in Antya Leela, and Mahaprabhu was with Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy, and then he entered this garden in Jagannath Puri, and he was and then he was quoting Srimati Radharani and quoting all of these, talking to the trees and asking them, you know, where is Krishna gone? And so there was Mahaprabhu in his own little, not Godruma forest, but he was in some other forest in some other place. So, you know, it's just, I mean, everything is a good reminder, but this really struck me today about how it really is as simple as just reading about Mahaprabhu's pastime. I mean, that's the point of Mahaprabhu's advent in Kali Yuga, right? Is that we want to just hear about him and discuss him, and the remedy for the highest personalities in reality is the same remedy for us in the lowest position, which is to remember and chant, hearing and chanting the glories of the Lord and his associates and his pastimes. So beautiful.
And recently was Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur's disappearance day. And I hope some of you did hear the talk, which is on the web on sksmat.com that day, of Srila Guru Maharaj talking about Vrindavan Das Thakur, and maybe 1982 perhaps. But there he's describing Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat as Shuddha. It is a pure devotional book. It's giving Shuddha Bhakti throughout. It's pure book. And Guru Maharaj saying about some other scriptures which were written about Mahaprabhu's pastimes to some extent. But this scripture was the pure presentation of Mahaprabhu's pastimes, his earlier pastimes rather than his later ones. But I mention this because there in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur gives a description. And yesterday we were reading Chaitanya Bhagavat in the evening, which is currently the book that's being read in the evening. But we read it actually outside, because on the weekends and on holidays, the Italy holidays, then we do, if the weather is fine, the evening program outside, so the public can see and the public can join in, they can hear the kirtan. And we were reading Chaitanya Bhagavat, and we came not actually to the end of a chapter, but to the end of a section. And Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying that anyone who hears the description of Gauranga and of Nityananda, in this case it was of Nityananda's travels, when he was on Parikrama, by the way, when he was on pilgrimage, and the meeting of Nityananda and Madhavendra Puri, Hare Krishna, Kalikaramba, welcome. So, and he said, whoever hears the description of their meeting, then they will get love of Godhead, love of Gaura, like this. And similarly, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, repeatedly we come across, and recently we came across to at the end of a chapter where Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj there is giving some description, and he's saying whoever hears this description, they will get love of God. They will sure get Krishna Prema. And so then we say to all the devotees who are listening, then we say, now you have all heard this, haven't you? Yes. Okay, then it is sure you will get love of God. I mean, so optimistic. Hare Krishna. So we will follow the process that's been given by Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. And this way, we are sure to get love of God. That's practically as Srila Govinda Maharaj has said in different places, because he famously said it in Russia, because it was recorded and was put in Russian and English, because Gurudev was speaking in English, he's speaking in English, and it was being translated to Russian. So in St. Petersburg, Gurudev famously said, I know you are all liberated because of your connection with Guru Maharaj. And you've got this connection to Guru Maharaj. I know you are all liberated. It's just a matter of time. But he also said this in India, in Calcutta, our temple there. And we were there when Gurudev was expressing in a similar way with many devotees, but not as many as in Russia. And whether it was recorded or not, I do not know. But Srila Gurudev expressing there about, I can see, you may not be able to see, but I can see you are all liberated. And just how soon you will be liberated. That is in our hands. So don't sit back and just wait for the bus to pick you up and take you the rest of the way. We have to make it to the bus stop. We've got to do our part still and not take anything for granted. And this, yes, and this point by Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur. So heart capturing and straightforward Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is simple if we be simple-hearted, like the forest dwellers, all these things. It's complicated if we want to make it complicated ourselves through all the analysis and this, that, and the other. But the songbook is friend to everyone, and we better not say too many times that a new songbook is on its way, but a new songbook is on its way. With Abhinavasundara and others too, if we do have a lot of corrections which are taking place for the songbook that's already been made, especially for the transliterations and things. That's all taking place. But if there are some specific kirtans which should be in the songbook and aren't there, maybe you could share. The songbook gets bigger, but for all of us here, we're all connected digitally. To have the songbook on our phone and on the tablet, it is practical. Our songbook, I don't know what the weight is, but it's over 1 kilo, right? Must be over 1 kilo. And if we add more pages, it's going to be more than 1 kilo. It's a very heavy songbook. It is. It's a very heavy songbook.
You're now measuring the kirtan guide by weight, Maharaj.
Well, it's so heavy, but at the same time, it's so sweet.
That's very, very Indian. I can see you with the scales, Maharaj, weighing the kirtan guide.
Well, the first edition of the English Bhagavad Gita was 1 kilo. And when we were young and doing book distribution, there was plenty of motivation to distribute the Bhagavad Gita early in the day, because they have 4 Bhagavad, well, I mean, okay, our sister organization, they distribute so many books, but we'd have like 4 Bhagavad Gitas, and then we'd have Search for Sri Krishna, and then some magazines. We had Sadhu Sangha magazine, and then flyers. But if we could distribute the Bhagavad Gita, because on the weighing scales, it's 1 kilo per book at that time, then we were motivated. And then the second edition is much lighter and smaller, perhaps because it's easier to carry around. Lighter and smaller. But by the way, and many of you know this, but maybe many of you don't know it, the second edition has got many changes of phrases, of wording, and some subtle changes and some changes in the second edition from the first edition. Please note that those changes were handmade or directly from Srila Gurudev himself. And when the first edition came out, when he's reading, he's querying some of the translations, this, that, and the other. He was happy to get that edition, but before the second edition came out, then Gurudev extensively expressed in many places to Ṭhākur Maharaj, who was producing the Bhagavad Gita, publishing it, and preparing it for publishing. Everything was published from and for Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. But Ṭhākur Maharaj was the one who was making it. And Gurudev extensively discussed with him about meanings in different places. And so, it is the nature of the living entity that what we first read or what we first are taught, we'll think, oh, that is right, and somebody's changed the book on the second edition. But in this case, certainly know that this is hand done, you can say, by the instruction of Srila Gurudev. So if you have a first edition of the Gita, it's good to get the second edition of the Gita because it's been adjusted by Srila Gurudev himself. And it's not 1 kilo if you put it on the weight scale. And the first edition of the Gita, you can keep on the shelf to worship. We always worship the Gita. Hare Krishna. And in Brazil, in the Bhakti Yoga Institute in Brazil, you just started reading Brahma Samhita. Is that correct? It was Brazil.
Yes.
Yes.
Not in the back, all devotees, not in the institute, but in our daily reading from in the morning.
Oh, yes.
By Zoom, we get together by Zoom, and we were talking. Well, they just finished, and we we read the first verse today, at the same day.
Yes, we here in Vila Govinda, we just finished reading the Brahma Samhita. It took a few days, but we got through it in the end, the Brahma Samhita. And in Brazil, by coincidence, they've just started reading Brahma Samhita. So just see how everything continues in the world. Hare Krishna. And so here with us is Paramananda Prabhu, and here with us is Chintamani Devi Dasi. Has Chintamani Devi Dasi talked to Paramananda Prabhu recently about her plans? Yes. Okay. So whoever is maybe coming to Thailand in Kartik for the beginning of Kartik through to Srila Guru Maharaj's appearance day, his Vyasa Puja, then already the numbers are already adding up for another grand festival this year. And a lively festival, no doubt. Why not? We always have a lively festival, starting early in the morning, before sunrise, chanting japa together. Last year, I was so happy to see everybody voluntarily coming to participate. Like, devotees want to get encouragement from each other to chant their japa nicely. Take that time in the day, a special time to chant. And then morning shows the day. As the expression goes, I heard in India, they say, the British say, morning shows the day. So, okay. So if we start the day in a good way, we continue. And interesting, well, not interesting, but yesterday morning itself, then was in the Mangalarti in the morning here. And then it just came in my mind, oh, we are attending Mangalarti. Every day we're attending Mangalarti, but we're attending Mangalarti and then leaving the day up to the Lord. We don't know, none of us know what's going to happen when we get up. We think we know what the day is going to be exactly, but every day it's a gift from the Lord, and every day He can do so many things. We've all got experience of the surprises that take place in a day, and it's really in the Lord's hand, and we need to just adjust to the Lord's will. But to start the day in a good way, it is good. Hare Krishna, and Krishna Priya is there also in Thailand. Well, she's been in Thailand all the while, but she's come back from Bangkok and now in Govinda Farm. And we've got one of Govinda farm, servitors here. Well, he's full-time in Govinda farm. He's also full-time in Vila Govinda ashram. He's also going to be full-time in Uberlandia, the Śrīla Govinda Maharaj Bhakti Yoga Institute. And then again, he will be full-time in Thailand. So don't worry. Jai Gauranga Prabhu giving a thumbs up. He's there in Thailand. Hare Krishna. Any question from anybody? We're using somebody else's computer. I cannot tell the time on this computer. Oh, it's hidden way down there. Oh, it's hidden down there. Oh, there's a big clock on the wall. Okay. Time is so small on his computer. It is inconceivable. Just like it's inconceivable that there is no time in Goloka Vrindavan. You will come to read about that as you go through Brahma Samhita. Any question, query, contribution? Muktinath Prabhu. Is Muktinath Prabhu still here? Yeah. Oh yes, Muktinath Prabhu.
Yes, Maharaj.
So you went 2 years running. Oh no, you didn't go 2 years running. You didn't go the first year. So you went on pilgrimage to Muktinath.
Right.
The place, very befitting your name, Muktinath, that's servant of Muktinath.
Right.
And here we've been quite in pilgrimage mood, and people asking us about pilgrimage, etc. From your perspective, let us know something about pilgrimage, your experience going on pilgrimage. You were 11 devotees, I think, in all, in a group walking from Pokhara to Muktinath, which is a very traditional path that the sadhus used to take, and some sadhus do still take on pilgrimage to Muktinath. So please share something, so others may have some flavor of that.
Dandavad. Yes, first of all, I would like to say also, I miss pilgrimage mood and any like pilgrimage group. Just recently in social media, I following your pilgrimage to Montebaro. Was very happy to see devotee and how you walking down uphill and with backpacks.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And recently we just have some also talk with with Keshwananda Prabhu. When he went Bangkok just maybe months ago. Yeah, that was a very sweet memory. And again, we mentioned how it was amazing how everything goes smoothly, and many obstacles on the way we just going through, and everything was okay because a lot of blessing we get that parikrama from devotees. And yes, that was long way, 11 days, but very sweet mood, and we singing every day and chanting and reading sometimes. But also in that movie, if you've seen that movie, documentary, short documentary video in YouTube, the final day was very sweet. When we went Muktinath and we went out, we got some program on just sit on the ground and just on beside the road, parikrama path. And Keshwananda Prabhu gave a class about Muktinath and about parikrama. It was like final day, and we start kirtan. Also very simple kirtan, and Russian devotee he found some wooden drum in a hotel where we stay, and it was both side drum, similar as mridanga, and we got drum and karatals, and we start to sing, and people become join our kirtan and dancing very happily and very, very nice. Everyone was very happy. Everyone dancing, somebody sitting and singing, Keshwananda singing, and just simple kirtan, but everyone was really so happy. That's most of vivid memory from parikrama. When we finally reach the goal, and after we have this program, final program, that was really amazing, unforgettable. So yes, waiting. I will happy to go for any parikrama again. So yes, maybe it will happen.
Hare Krishna. And with something about parikrama too, that however simple it may be, and means this going on parikrama to Muktinath, of course, it is very energetic. It is the Himalayas, which happen to be mountains. Okay, so it's may look wonderful on a picture, but you really do have to work for the picture, as it were. It is very energetic. But there are different parikramas. But one thing about every parikrama, when we're doing parikrama of Govardhan, Vrindavan, Puri, Navadvīpa, headed by the parikrama of Navadvīpa, one thing is that, we have 52 weeks in a year, and maybe 80 years in our life or something, and so many things we do throughout the years with our 52 weeks. But if we do even a 1 week or 2 weeks of parikrama, that short time will stay with us, and bits and pieces of the rest of the year, some will stay with us. But parikrama, because it gets us into a new environment and with the devotees, and something unexpected always happens, as we're talking about the unexpected. Something unexpected always happens, but always in a very nourishing way, because we're with devotees and doing what we're meant to do, which is visit the holy places in the company of the loving devotees and be absorbed in Hare Katha, leave aside all other talks, etc. And so always remember, so the 11 days, how many years ago? 5 years ago? 4 years.
5 years ago, probably.
Yeah, 5 years ago, 11 days, you remember very strongly.
Yes, very strongly.
And 6 years ago, 11 days, I remember very strongly too. And actually, however, 1982, so now 43 years ago, more than 11 days, because those days had to walk up and walk back. And also, after getting halfway there, I had to walk back, get a permit, and then walk back to the halfway. So I was more than 11 days due to circumstances, the will of the Lord, and my own foolishness. Then more than 11 days, but from 20, how many years ago? 43 years ago, we remember. And, it's not every 11 days from 43 years ago that I do remember. But the parikrama, yes. And Navadvīpa parikrama from then. I mean, of course, there are things we remember, but parikrama is always special. Hare Krishna. I thought, Muktinath, you were going to say, when Keshwanand was in Bangkok last, he started mapping out in Bangkok the places that Gurudev went to, and you're going to do parikrama, a Bangkok parikrama. Paramananda who's listening, Krishna Priya is listening, they know where Gurudev went in Bangkok.
Yeah, we have to ask Paramananda Prabhu with Krishna Priya and make some map.
We're sowing the seeds. We're sowing the seeds for an urban parikrama. And Bangkok has become very urban, I have to say. Acres and acres of huge high-rise buildings. Really, Bangkok is coming to the modern world. It's okay, Vrindavaneshri. Sao Paulo's safe. Bangkok's not yet any competition for Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro. Oh, Rio. Yes, Rio. We went to Rio and Sao Paulo. Hare Krishna. And Abhinavasundara Prabhu was thinking, oh, Yukai, where our temple is, how big is Bangkok compared with Yukai? Then it would be like the frog in the well, who's trying to, is it this big? Is it this big? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we have a population of 1,000, Maharaj.
Of 1,000.
In UK.
I'm surprised it's 1,000. I only ever see a few people. Where are
And
they?
it's always the same few people.
Where are the other 996 people?
They're counting kangaroos, Maharaj.
Oh, kangaroos will be many more. And wallabies, there are a lot of wallabies. Wallabies are like small-sized kangaroos. We came around the corner one day, near Mount Warning there, and then all over the road and everywhere, there's wallabies. And they just look at us and then go plonk, 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 running. They didn't really run away, they hop away, don't they? Krishna makes these amazing creatures. I will not make any other comment about the wonderful creation of the Lord. There was something here too. I thought, well, Krishna does have a sense of humor in the creation. What, I forget what that example was, but recently something was here. Hare Krishna. Paramanandru, you're bursting to say something, hearing Thailand mentioned, etc. today, and pilgrimages. What would you like to share?
Well, let's see what Krishna Priya would like to share.
About Parikrama. Dhanavad Maharaj, Dhanavad all the devotees.
I think you need to put the phone a little bit closer to Krishna Priya. We can't hear.
Yeah.
Louder.
Can you hear now, Maharaj?
Better, yes. Thank you.
For me, Parikrama is most of like, for me, it's about association, Maharaj. Talking about Hare Katha, something, even the simple life, and always like when you have very good association, it's always increased affectionate. That's why I think in the different environment, you also can have some like inspire, new, different idea what to talk. And then when you in very good associate, that's why I say it's always affectionate, it's growing. That's always is very one of the, I think can call the festival. That Parikrama is always one of like how to say it's fun. In the same time it's fun, Maharaj, because association. Even though sometimes it's like you have to deal with something, and when you are and then you will understand like how when we are together, how we need to help each other and talking or cheerful. It's almost like it's necessary thing to do, Maharaj. Like for me, Parikrama is like very great for great association in different environment and create more inspire and some affectionate. That's how I understand something like that.
Very nice. But I can also
Yes.
add that we've been, yes, Maharaj, go ahead.
No, please, yourself, Paramantu, please.
We've been quite Madhusudan Maharaj, conscious recently, because we're having these beautiful sunrises in the morning, and you can't help, you have to chant at least a round or two during that time. And it's our fortune. I mean, I'm not very Krishna conscious. It's difficult to be Krishna conscious. Even Gauranga conscious is very difficult to be, but a devotee conscious is way more easier. And that is our saving moment, we can say. Like yesterday, we've been doing I was not only you conscious, Maharaj, but also Abhinava Sundar conscious yesterday. Not just yesterday, Abhi. Don't worry, man. I'm quite conscious of you most of the time. You, Kelly, too. But we've been remeasuring the temple plot, and we did it with Abhi during the festival. And I have to say, the guys came, the professionals came, so we put all the stakes and the wires, the markings, and everything else for all the foundation to be dug out. And by the way, it's going to start on the auspicious day of Akshaya Tritiya in a few days. So the temple construction officially starts. And I was remembering and I was thinking, oh, Abhinava Sundar was mostly directing that. I wonder how accurate he is, because we've been talking about Govinda Maharaj doing it in Australia. He did something similar in Lakta Temple in St. Petersburg, and I bet many other places in the world. And his measurement was very accurate. Even after the professional guys would arrive with all their equipment, and then they measure the plot and be like, oh, it's nothing to remeasure. Everything was already perfect. So I was wondering, and we got it like 90% right. Really, it was pretty good. And
yeah,
on
well, that
Parikrama
must have
subject,
been.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, Jai Gauranga and Leela Moy, by their grace.
They were the ones who were moving the stakes, right?
Yeah, and moving all the tape measure around, and go, carry it here, go there, walk here. We did it about 100 times.
Yeah, and under the blazing sun. Yes, we have to give them credit. Leela Moy, Jai Gauranga. And on Parikrama, I mean, Thailand Parikrama, we kind of did it already. Śrīla Govinda Maharaj, he went twice to city, Bangkok city. Once it was the aquarium in downtown. Another time we went to see the king's palaces. I think it was a queen's birthday celebration, and the cars were not allowed. But mysteriously, really, we didn't know about it. We've been driving in the traffic, stuck in the traffic, and then suddenly we're entering this area where there's no cars, police, army everywhere, and no cars, literally. And nobody's stopping us. And Govinda Maharaj just enjoying looking around and doing all the decorations, the preparation for the parade, royal parade. And we just drove through, not a single person say stop. And there was not a single motor vehicle on the road. Really, that was the miracle. And Govinda Maharaj was very happy. But then later on, when he went to that downtown area, we came back and then he commented. I asked him, how was it, Gurudev? He said, Prabhu, we just went to hell. And now we're back to the spiritual world. What else can I say? So from that moment on, we mostly explore the area around that. The place is called Padmadham, related to so many lotus ponds, and really there are lots of lotus flowers. So Padmadham in Sanskrit, but a little bit changed in Thai, Patum Thani. So Śrīla Govinda Maharaj really liked that area. So we toured different temples and different places around there. And we can certainly do. And we also went to Ayodhya, the ancient capital, which we already went with Maharaj, Abhinava Sundar, Keshavananda Prabhu, and a few other devotees. So we can make that short parikrama for a few fortunate souls who would like to stay longer after the festival. And really, it's not just a 10 days festival. It usually lasts for another maybe 2.5 months. And there was a short time in between the festivals, the preparation time, and again starts. So now we're in that short time in between the festivals, but soon they'll start again. And yes, Maharaj, the numbers are growing. So yes, those who want to participate, do let us know as soon as possible. Because due Maharaj's glorious preaching in different places in the world, the numbers are increasing and devotees are not coming just one or two. They're contacting to reserve for groups of the devotees from far away places.
They're coming for Tavan's Thai prasadam.
Well, that too, Maharaj. It's a part of it.
Hare Krishna. You were mentioning about Srila Gurudev, and you were driving, it means he was the passenger, he was in the car, and you were driving in that area which had been blocked off. And Gurudev just going along happily, just seeing everything. But that reminds us of here in Lecco, just beside Lake Como here, when Gurudev on his little scooter went into the main road, which was just clear of traffic. So he went into the main road, and Munindra Mohan, Krishna Kanta, they can tell the story better, but he just drove down the road. They didn't know anything except that he wasn't stopped. Nobody stopped him and the devotees who were with him, and Gurudev always has a little entourage, as you know. And they were going down this main street along beside the lake, that goes beside the lake. And what it was, it had been blocked off for a display of Ferraris. There's going to be a Ferrari like drive past of all these Ferraris. So first there was Gurudev driving down the street, and everybody very happy seeing Gurudev, and Gurudev smiling, waving, all these things. And then they still didn't know what was happening. And then Gurudev drove off. Then he came out and onto the pedestrian area. And then just after that, the Ferraris came by. So he sort of started the Ferrari drive-by unknowingly at the time. Then he knew when the cars came by. Hare Krishna. Many mystic things in His Divine Grace, His pastimes. Hare Krishna. Yes, so in the chat box, Leela Mohin Prabhu has been very efficient, and he's put the invitation for the Thai festival because Kartik is coming soon. Amazingly, the clock and the calendar both go very fast. And so if you do wish to come, please do correspond there, the email address, I believe, for the festival. Hare Krishna. And from my side, I'm not the organizer. From my side, everyone is welcome. From Krishna Priya and Paramanandru's side, okay, everyone is unlimited, and the farm has limited. How to accommodate that? Well, we can think. The farm, it's not a farm of this world. So I think unlimited must also be possible there. Hare Krishna. All right, so dear devotees, let us continue our days. And here it's still a little early, but not so early. And then we're putting our hands into our day, our life into the Lord's hands. Will be in Mangalati, but after 1 hour, 1 hour and 15 minutes is Mangalati here. And before that, other things to do. And then today we're going for public preaching, day 3 of Orient Day Festival preaching, public program, and we've had good weather. So, don't tell anybody we've had good weather. It may jinx it, because this Orient Day program, so often when it's outdoors, it gets rained on. But so far, the last 2 days, at least we can say, the last 2 days, the weather has been good. And today, going to that program, and we have conference to try to do some good there. but everything is in the Lord's hands. So let's see what happens with each of us. For the day, let us all surrender to Krishna. Oh, and revisit and bookmark Yadite Haripada Saroja Sudha. In the songbook that's online, the 10th edition of the Kirtan Guide is page 150. This is how we started our day here on the Back to Basics Zoom, and very good reminder to come back to this Kirtan. It may be 20 verses and not 4 or 5 or 6, but it is the heart of Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur coming to give us all encouragement and nourishment. Jai Śrīla Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Gurudev, Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Guru Maharaj, Śrīla Bhakti Rockok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai, and Jai Bhagavan Śrīla Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Ṭhākur, who revealed the heart of Śrīla Bhakti Vinod Ṭhākur to the world ki Jai, and Jai our Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki Jai, and Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. And in the chat box, because the chats too do disappear, we'll ask the controller, the supreme controller of the Back to Basics, not to cut off the Back to Basics immediately afterwards, but because there's the invitation there, and the pilgrimage to Muktinath in 2019, okay, is there. I am coming to Thailand. Ganga Leela Devi Rasi, okay, we'll meet you in person. We've met you so many times now in person. We'll be very happy to meet you. All right. Jai Namacharya Shila Haridas Ṭhākur ki Jai. Back to Basics. Happy family of devotees ki Jai, and Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. And please excuse, I don't have the Facebook this time, but those on Facebook who are with us, and then our obeisances and appreciation for your presence. And to all of you in the recorded version from Facebook and from Zoom, yes, then our appreciation and obeisances. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Jai Śrīla Bhakti Matsur Maharaj ki Jai.
And we did very well. We got 4 devotees here in Back to Basics this morning in Vila Govinda. And Lavanya Moy of Latvia, you may think she's here also, but she's already back in Latvia, where yesterday they did an official opening of a new center. It's a rented place, but something like the Bhakti Yoga Institute in Uberlândia. It's a place for the devotees to come together every day, anytime. It's exclusively for devotion in Rezegné, a remote place in the world, in the forests of eastern Latvia. So left from here, and they drove up the next day almost to Rezegné, and yesterday was that inauguration. So well done. Repeated obeisances, all best wishes to each and every one of you. Nadia Priya turned on her microphone and turned on her camera so we can see her back in full seva in Ukraine to the devotees. And each of you, Govinda Govinda, Amra Ashchi, Ishtadevika came to join. She's been busy, I know, always looking after everyone, the family. Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Hari Hari.
So please do copy the, wait, don't cut it straight away. Copy the invitation and copy the link, and maybe you can copy the link for us as well. All right. Ashchi, Govinda Govinda.